Calgary was plunged into chaos this Sunday afternoon as a massive hailstorm, characterized by large chunks of ice ranging in size from golf balls to tennis balls, swept across the city. This unprecedented event devastated several communities, leaving behind a grim trail of severe property damage, widespread power outages, and an overwhelming sense of disruption. The storm struck with remarkable intensity, transforming ordinary streets into treacherous rivers of ice. The sheer force of the hailstones shattered windows in homes and vehicles, left vehicles severely dented, and completely overwhelmed the city's drainage systems. Early estimates suggest that the property damage from this event could run into the hundreds of millions of dollars, drawing unsettling parallels to the devastating hailstorms that impacted Calgary in 2020 and 2021. In fact, preliminary assessments indicate this could potentially rank as one of Calgary's most costly natural disasters in recent memory, potentially nearing or even exceeding the approximately $3.25 billion in insured losses from the August 2024 hailstorm, which was the second costliest disaster in Canadian history for insured losses. The ferocity and suddenness of the storm caught many residents off guard, despite earlier warnings from Environment and Climate Change Canada regarding the potential for severe thunderstorms. Sarah Chan, a resident of the community of Taradale, recounted her harrowing experience, her voice trembling as she surveyed the significant damage to her home. "It was like nothing I've ever seen," she stated. "The hail started small. Then within minutes it was like someone was throwing rocks at our house. Our skylight just imploded and water started pouring in. Every single car on our street looks like it's been through a demolition derby." Ms. Chan's terrifying experience was mirrored across a broad swath of Calgary, with significant and widespread impacts reported in communities including Cornerstone, Falcon Ridge, Martindale, Saddletown, and parts of Panorama Hills and Country Hills in the city's north. The devastation extended southward to areas around Chestermere and even reached parts of Okotoks, showcasing the storm's extensive reach. Emergency services were immediately inundated with calls as the hailstorm raged across the city. Calgary 911 reported an unprecedented surge in calls related to a multitude of emergencies, including fallen trees, structural damage to homes, flooded basements, and numerous traffic incidents. Calgary Fire Department crews were dispatched to countless locations to attend to critical situations such as gas leaks, dangerous downed power lines, and motorists who had become stranded in rapidly accumulating water. During a late-night press conference, Calgary Fire Department Chief Steve Donovan addressed the strained resources. "Our resources are stretched incredibly thin," Chief Donovan stated, his tone conveying the immense challenge faced by his teams. He urged residents to stay indoors, avoid damaged areas, and only call 911 for life-threatening emergencies. Non-urgent issues should be reported through appropriate city channels when the immediate danger has passed. Chief Donovan specifically highlighted the extreme danger posed by submerged roadways, emphasizing the need for drivers to exercise extreme caution. He noted that several vehicles became stranded in rapidly accumulating water, particularly in underpasses and other low-lying areas, where the water depth could quickly become deceptively dangerous. The impact on critical infrastructure was both immediate and severe. ATCO Electric confirmed widespread power outages affecting tens of thousands of homes and businesses across Calgary. While crews were immediately deployed to address the outages, the sheer scale of the damage, which included numerous downed power poles and lines dangerously tangled with fallen tree branches, indicated that power restoration efforts could regrettably take days for some of the most severely affected areas. An ATCO spokesperson stated, "Our priority is to safely restore power to as many customers as possible, as quickly as possible, acknowledging the significant challenges posed by the continuing inclement weather in the hours following the main storm front. Residents were advised to prepare for extended outages, take steps to charge electronic devices, and avoid opening refrigerators and freezers unnecessarily to preserve their contents.
Oh my god. Hail. Oh my god, they're big ones. Oh no. My car's gonna get all dented. Listen. Oh my god,
Vehicles across the city bore the direct and brutal brunt of the storm's fury. Car dealerships and auto body shops are now bracing themselves for an unprecedented surge in insurance claims and necessary repairs. Disturbing footage, shared widely across social media platforms, vividly showed cars with completely shattered rear windows, roofs caved in by the force of the hail, and entire vehicle bodies pockmarked with severe, extensive dents. Mark Johnson, who was driving on Deerfoot Trail when the storm unleashed its full power, described the terrifying experience. "We saw a literal cascade of golf balls coming down," he recounted. "I pulled over under an overpass, but even there, cars around me were just getting hammered. It sounded like an artillery barrage. My car is totaled, absolutely totaled." Insurance adjusters are preparing for an overwhelming volume of claims, a situation eerily reminiscent of the 2020 hailstorm event, which resulted in over $1.2 billion in insured damages, marking it as Alberta's costliest natural disaster at that time. This latest event, given its highly localized intensity and the exceptionally large size of the hailstones, could potentially approach or even tragically exceed those staggering figures, making it one of the most expensive weather events in Canadian history. Beyond the urban landscape, the agricultural sector, particularly farms situated on Calgary's periphery and within the surrounding rural municipalities, also suffered devastating and significant losses. Farmers reported vast fields of canola, wheat, and barley that were mere days or weeks away from harvest, being completely shredded and rendered useless by the relentless hailstones. "It's a complete write-off for us this season," lamented farmer David Thompson, whose land east of Chestermere lay directly in the storm's destructive path. "Everything is gone. It's heartbreaking after all the hard work." This extensive agricultural damage will undoubtedly have ripple effects, potentially impacting local food supply chains and increasing the financial burden on essential crop insurance programs. The City of Calgary officials were swift in activating their emergency protocols in response to the widespread devastation. Mayor Jody Gondek issued a powerful statement, urging unity and resilience from the city's residents. "Our city services are working tirelessly to assess the damage and respond to emergencies," Mayor Gondek stated. "We ask for patience and cooperation from our residents as we navigate the aftermath of this severe weather event. We will provide updates as more information becomes available and will work diligently to support affected communities in their recovery." The city's Emergency Operations Center was immediately fully activated, acting as the central hub for coordinating efforts between various city departments, including roads, wastewater management, and parks, as well as crucial external partners such as utilities companies and emergency responders.
Yeah, I know, you're not happy. Rain is literally going sideways.
Widespread heavy rainfall totals are broadly expected throughout southern Alberta by Tuesday. Residents across Calgary, Banff, and Canmore, as well as areas from Jasper East to Highway 40, are all in line to receive between 30 and 50 plus millimeters of rainfall by Tuesday. Communities stretching from Medicine Hat to Lethbridge are also projected to receive significant amounts, with 20 to 40 millimeters of rainfall anticipated from this event. A brief respite from the rain is expected to arrive on Tuesday before precipitation returns once again on Wednesday. Interestingly, visitors to high-elevation places like Jasper National Park could potentially witness a rare occurrence of July snow, as freezing levels are projected to drop to around 2,300 meters behind the cold front. Temperatures are certainly going to feel unseasonably raw for this time of year when combined with the persistent rain. Calgary is only expecting a high of 13 degrees Celsius on Monday, while readings around the mid-teens are expected throughout the rest of southern Alberta. In contrast, a southerly flow scooting around a center of high pressure in British Columbia will keep northern Alberta much warmer than their southern counterparts, with daytime highs in the lower 20s degrees Celsius on tap for places like Edmonton and Grande Prairie. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.